Something broke in you recently, maybe months ago, maybe last week. A relationship ended, a job disappeared, a person you trusted walked away. On the surface, you kept going, you smiled, you answered, "I'm fine," you showed up. But here's what nobody saw. You sitting in your car, engine off, not moving, staring at a screen for hours without touching it. Not crying, not sad, just switched off, like someone pulled a plug somewhere inside you and you can't find it again. Then you see someone else survive something worse than yours, and they're up and running in a week. And a quiet, ugly thought creeps in, what's wrong with me? Why can't I bounce back like that? Here's the truth, that shutdown isn't weakness. It isn't a character flaw. It's automatic, wired into every human brain, including the person you're comparing yourself to. The difference between you and them isn't toughness. It's one mental skill almost nobody explains to you. And because nobody explains it, most people spend their whole lives trying to fix the wrong problem. Let's look at the actual machinery. Back in the 1960s, psychologists Martin Seligman and Steven Maier ran experiments that gave us the term learned helplessness, the idea that repeated pain teaches animals and people to simply stop trying. For 50 years, that was the accepted story. Then, decades later, Seligman revisited his own findings and admitted something rare. They'd had it backwards. Shutting down isn't learned, it's the default setting, driven by a brainstem structure that floods your system with calming chemicals the moment pain feels inescapable. What actually has to be learned is control. A region behind your forehead constantly checks, do I have any influence here? When it finds evidence that you do, it switches the shutdown off. Think of it like a circuit breaker, not a fuse. A fuse burns out once and needs replacing. A breaker just needs a hand to flip it back on. Most people never learn where their panel is. Why? Because modern life quietly strips out the very thing that trains that switch small, controllable struggles, while flooding you with stress you can't control at all, news you can't fix, strangers' opinions, algorithms deciding your worth. Meanwhile, every inconvenience gets deleted with one tap. Food arrives, boredom gets scrolled away, hard conversations get left on read. Result, your brain never collects evidence that your actions change anything. 3 habits make this worse. First, calling avoidance, protecting your peace. Every time you skip the hard thing, you're training your brain that difficulty is something you flee, not something you move. Second, the fairness trap, replaying an injustice, needing the world to admit it was wrong before you'll move forward, which quietly hands your recovery timeline to the person who hurt you. Third, fusing the event to your identity, turning "I failed at this" into "I am a failure," which makes recovery feel impossible instead of just difficult. So what actually rebuilds the switch? 1. Find the smallest thing you can control right now and act on it. Not solving everything, just proving to your brain that action still works. 2. Deliberately choose difficulty instead of only absorbing it. Cold workouts, hard conversations, finishing what's uncomfortable, manufactured reps still count. 3. Stay flexible, not armored. Research on trauma survivors shows the strongest people aren't emotionless. They feel it fully when it helps, then set it down when it doesn't. 4. Build something the hit can't reach. If your whole identity lives in one relationship or one job, losing it collapses everything. Spread your foundation before the storm, not during it. One warning, when you actually get harder to shake, some people won't call it strength. They'll call it cold, distant, changed. You'll stop getting checked on because you stopped looking like someone who needs it. That's the real cost, not enemies, just distance. But here's the trade, you'll still get hit. You'll still have those parked car nights. What changes is how long you stay there. 9 months becomes 4 weeks. A month becomes a day. Eventually, you walk into hard rooms carrying one quiet piece of evidence. I've come back from worse, and I know where the switch is. So which pattern has been running your life? Avoiding hard things, needing to be proven right, or turning your setbacks into your identity? Sit with that question. The rebuild starts the moment you stop waiting for someone else to flip the switch for you.